Hey everyone, so I am making some chocolate chip cookies this morning and I've melted, I had 2 sticks of butter I needed to melt. So I put them in my microwave pasta cooker. So now I've got my melted butter. I'm gonna dump this into my mixer and then I'm going to add in sugar. I've got 3/4 a cup of white sugar and I need 3/4 a cup of brown sugar as well. So I'm going to dump in my white sugar. And now I have my brown sugar in this big old jar. And in here I have my brown sugar keepers. Let me pull one out here so you can see it. Now I soaked this in water overnight before I put it in. It's a like terracotta piece and it keeps my brown sugar nice and soft so that it's not all stuck together. Even though I do go through quite a bit, it would still, as you know, stick together in the humid weather, get moisture in your house. I'm measuring out 3/4 a cup here. And this is what I keep all of my I store all of my dried goods in. Got my flour, sugar, baking soda, just makes it easier. So in that goes, and then I'm gonna mix this, and I just wanted to jump on and say good morning. And of course I will post a picture of my finished cookies. I'm gonna be using my stones and they're gonna go in the oven. I've already got my flour and baking soda, excuse me, and my salt. I've already got it all mixed up in here. So that's ready to go. Once this is good and mixed together, let's see, I'm gonna add in my egg and my vanilla, and then I'm gonna stir in the flour. All right, so I've got my egg. Add that in. So that's getting mixed in there with my little fingers. I hope everybody's having a great Saturday. We're heading over to a party, so I'm going to bring some yummy chocolate chip cookies. Those always seem to be a good hit. All right, so that's getting mixed up in there. Now, my vanilla. I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And that goes. All right, and I'm looking at I have my little cheat sheet of my recipe right here because I don't know off the top of my head. I don't know about you, but so I have the ultimate chocolate chip cookie recipe from Betty Crocker. So let's see how Betty does it. All right, so then we're just gonna slowly add in our flour. And it always happens where it, like a big old clump jumps in there on me. And then you usually, you don't wanna put it all in at once because it's a lot for your mixer to handle. So you wanna slowly add it in. And get your scraper ready. I've got stuff all over the place. I guess that's what happens when you're cooking, right? Sugar. All right, so then we're gonna add some more in. And once this gets really good and mixed, I'm gonna be able to stir in my chocolate chips. I'm gonna shut the mixer off and I am gonna add them in and mix it with my scraper. Is actually like a spoon and a scraper, so it's got like a beveled edge on it, so it's kind of a cool little tool to use. And I'm going to be putting chocolate chips in here. We're almost done adding our flour. There, we've got it all in. So as it's getting a little bit firmer, oh, I love it. This is like the Mac Daddy, my favorite friend. Matilda, I guess. Matilda the Mixer, we'll call her. Okay. All right, I just wanted to show you the consistency. Oh, you know what happens? Hang on. The flour gets on here, and then it gets back in there. Okay. There we go. I just like to get it all off because then I end up getting flour in there that's not mixed in like I just did. All right. Isn't that wonderful? So I am going to mix in my chocolate chips, and then I'm going to use my scoop, and I'm going to put them on my cookie sheet. Or I have a few different stones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use them all. I have my large bar stone that I'm going to use. We can't use the loaf pan, but isn't that cool? This is one of the products that they're not making anymore, but I got it just in time. So super, super cool. Then we've got the regular rectangular stone. So I load them all up. I have the 2 pizza stones. I have the small one. And I have the large one. So I am going to add cookie dough to each one of them. I'm not going to grease them. I'm going to add the cookie dough right on there and stick them in the oven. Once I get my chips added in here, that's mine. All right, so now I need 2 cups of chocolate chips. And then I'm going to mix those, and then I'm going to scoop out onto my stone. And I don't want to guesstimate. Sometimes I'm not good at that. I don't know. Some people can just eyeball it and know. And I wasn't for sure, so yeah, that's a whole... There we go. And I lost my scoop. So now I'm just going to mix these all in together. It's a lot of chocolate chips, but you know what? You can't go wrong with chocolate. Now, this recipe also says that you can add in nuts, which I'm not going to, just because we just like regular chocolate chips. And sorry if somebody really wanted nuts and I didn't put them in. But, you know, sometimes it's better not to bring something to a party with nuts in it because some people are allergic, and sometimes that's what I get afraid of. If it's just for our family that I'm making it, then I'm fine with it because I know. But there's so many people with food allergies like that that I'm afraid I don't want to be the one that brings something that causes something to happen. So that's my 2-bit on that. All right, so here we go. Onto our stone. Look at that. And it's probably like 2 inches apart. Super, super yummy. Who loves chocolate chip cookies? Well, I guess I better make sure we're not too close to the edge. We have some that scaped out. So I guess I better finish my Christmas tree. I have it decorated. I have it put together. It's artificial. I have it put together and I have the lights on it. I just need to get all of my ornaments on it. So that'll probably be a project I'm going to do while my cookies are baking. Because once I can pretty much get all this dough out onto my stones, and then it's just a matter of putting one in, taking one out to cool, setting the timer while they sit on the stone, because I usually let them sit on the stone for a few minutes. 5 minutes, and then I take them off onto the cooling rack and give them a chance. Because if you try to move them and they're not set yet, you're going to end up smushing them. They're going to look funny. Been there, done that. So I like the scoop because this way I am making my cookies are all the same size. So, you know, it kind of looks professional that way. And then cooking on the stone makes your centers nice and yummy, soft. And then your edges are going to be crispy. And, you know, play it by how you like your cookies. If you like them a little softer, take them out sooner, take them off the stone. You know, because you still got to account for that time for them to sit. If you move them too soon, they're going to just be mush. All right, I might be able to get another one here in the center. Look at this. I'm going to be able to get all this dough out onto my stones. So excited. And I've got limited counter space, but you make it work with what you've got, right? All right, so I hope everybody has a great Saturday, and I certainly will jump back on and post a picture of my cookies after they've been in the oven and they come out. I'm stuffing this one in here. And show off my finished product. And please, if you have any questions, shout out below and let me know. I would love to answer them for you. I'd like to help you. And most of all, I hope you have a wonderful day. Enjoy.